Okay, so as a general rule with the hip ER stretch, or this is called, what's it called? The hip stretch? Froggy, it's not even called that. Standing hip stretch is what the name for this one's going to be. I took away the froggy. I kind of like froggy though. That's probably good. I might change it back to froggy. Okay, so a general rule about mid-thigh for the table. Most people that are of sufficient height can use the standard table, but we also have the high-low here so we can adjust it as well too, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is, I like to make sure if someone looks like they have balance issues, make sure you're guarding them for behind, because I've seen people lose their balance, but they have to have pretty bad balance to lose it on this. Put your left hand on the table, bring your left foot up, and bring it up on the table, okay? So the first thing I want them to do is I want to get their lower leg parallel with the bottom of the table here, okay? And then I want to see about 2 to 3 inches of green, okay? And then I want to see, can you just get your knee down to the table first, okay? If you can get your knee down to the table, then you're going to come forward until you feel a stretch in your hip. And then you're going to start your breathing. And every exhale, you're going to try to come down a little further, okay? And you're going to see how low you can get. If you can get your chest to the table, I'm starting to think, do you really need this stretch in your list of mobility exercises, okay? What do you think? Do you think you need that stretch in your list of stuff to do? I think this side's okay anyways as you go. Now, some people will be very tight. Can you throw me that pillow right there? Some people can't get their leg down to the table, and it's really uncomfortable to sit here, and they're just like, and it's hurting. Give them a little support. Put a pillow underneath their knee so they're just a little supported. They don't feel as panicked here, okay? And just let them, their first goal is to work their knee down to the table. And if they have a pillow, they can kind of smash the pillow as they go to get more of a stretch. And they're breathing, and we have on the handout 30 to 60 seconds with this one, depending on what they need with it, okay? You will see some people coming through SFMA that can't do this, and they'll do a sitting version of this, where they're basically sitting on the table, okay? They're sitting down, the table will be lower than this, and they have their leg up here, okay? Some people are really, really tight, they can't even do this. They're laying down on the table, okay? And their foot's here, and they're pushing out here, okay? All right, so depending on what they can do, this is the standard. You might see a note on there, I want it done in sitting, or I want it done in supine, okay? So you'll see that this is the station that they'll do their hip stretch on with it as well too. Sometimes people will get knee pain with this one. If they're getting knee pain with it, that seems to be like getting worse over time, and they're like, oh man, ever since I've stretched this, my knee bugs me, or their hips too sore, that's when you contact me and Greg and let us know and pull us in to assess the situation if we need to modify that or take it off the program or do some other things with it as well too. Sometimes the hip's so tight that they feel all the stretch in their knee. It's not, it's their hips tight. Because those are the people with their knee up here and they go, it just hurts my knee. So we'll try some modifications or different things, or we might say this person needs one-on-one PT and stretch their hip out because we can control the forces better. And this stretch might not be the best thing for them, okay? All right, so that's standing hip stretch.